Indianapolis, Indiana has a wide range of activities to attract any traveler or adventurer. Known as the Crossroads of America and by the locals as Naptown, Indianapolis is well worth a visit. If you're planning on visiting, be sure to keep watching to see the best things to do while you're in town. The Indianapolis 500. No list of best things to do in Indianapolis could possibly be complete without a special mention of America's most prestigious racing event. The Indy 500 lives up to its name by treating spectators to a high-speed 500-mile race around the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The event is considered one of the 3 most prestigious races a driver could hope to win, and attracts an audience of thousands. This may be what puts Indianapolis on the map for most people, so it's worth mentioning that travel and accommodation in the city may be tricky at this time, but that shouldn't deter determined NASCAR fans from seeing exactly what makes this the greatest spectacle in racing. The Central Canal. If it's quiet and serenity in the heart of a city you want, then the Central Canal is for you. Also called the Indy Canal, this 3-mile canal snakes through downtown Indianapolis and is a favorite with locals and tourists alike. The canal changed its role since it was built in the 19th century, and it now offers visitors a chance to enjoy the water as well as the shops and attractions around it. Praised for its cleanliness, the Central Canal can be explored on foot or by bike with the Canal Walk, or visitors can rent kayaks, foot paddle boats, or even a gondola to see the canal from the water. Be sure to take your time and soak in the murals, artwork, and nearby memorials. Entrance is free, although renting a bike or boat will be extra. Canoeing. If you want to take advantage of the natural beauty Indianapolis has to offer, why not rent a canoe and spend a day on the White River? Multiple companies just outside of the city offer rentals or guided trips. Whether you want single or tandem canoes, kayaks, or an inner tube, you'll find something that floats your boat. Rentals range from 1-hour short trips all the way to overnight camping options. Most companies will drop you off at a desired point, and then you'll drift through nature disturbed only by the sound of the river. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, please give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. And keep watching to see what else we recommend while visiting Indianapolis. Explore Newfields. Want to take in some art? You'll have plenty of options at Newfields, a dynamic and inclusive 152-acre campus that houses the most prominent attractions in the Indianapolis art scene. Located on its grounds is the Indianapolis Museum of Art, one of the oldest and largest museums of its type in the U.S. It features works by master artists like O'Keeffe, Rembrandt, and Picasso, as well as exhibitions and works from around the world. Besides that, Newfields includes all kinds of other attractions for any kind of art lover. There's the Elder Greenhouse, beautifully maintained parks and gardens to stroll through, multiple spaces for lectures or performances, and the preserved Lily House, a time capsule of 1930s life. And when you're done, refresh with a drink and charcuterie board at the nearby beer garden. Eiteljorg Museum. The Eiteljorg Museum is an essential stop for anyone with an appreciation for art, history, and the people who first called America home. The museum is unique in the Midwest, being the only one of its kind, and it's one of 2 museums offering similar sites east of the Mississippi River. In other words, it's the kind of destination not many travelers get a chance to visit. Inside, you'll find a treasure trove of Native American art and artifacts, giving visitors a deep look at their way of life. The museum also houses contemporary art that reflects or echoes Native American life, and you'll find exhibitions and sections dedicated to frontier life in the Old West, as well as artwork by famed artists including Andy Warhol. Try the highs and lows. Indianapolis offers adventurers and thrill seekers multiple options both above and below ground. Inside Eagle Creek Park is Go Ape Zipline and Adventure Park, a ropes and aerial obstacle course that takes you more than 40 feet off the ground. In groups, with your family, or solo, tackle more than 40 obstacles and fly by on the 5 zip lines in this thrilling canopy adventure. And then go low and explore a totally different side of Indianapolis. The Catacombs City Market Tour takes you through the tunnels and chambers beneath the city market and shows you when and why the city literally grew up from these chambers. It's a unique subterranean destination, and it's sure to impress your family, friends, and followers. The memorials. Indianapolis has the honor of having the second most significant memorial to soldiers, sailors, and other fallen heroes, with Washington, D.C. taking the top spot. With its centuries of history, the memorials pay tribute to the fallen of Indianapolis and elsewhere, and visitors can pay respects to these beautiful and serene monuments. Although small, the Dr. Martin Luther King Park and Memorial should not be missed. This haunting and poignant memorial stands at the scene where Robert Kennedy delivered a speech to a large crowd announcing that MLK had been assassinated. The memorial, opened in 1995, features statues of Kennedy and King, echoing their message and sentiments of ending division. Besides that, Indianapolis has many other spectacular memorials to appreciate. Located at the heart of the city is the iconic Soldiers and Sailors Monument, built to honor the fallen after the Civil War. The monument has become an emblem of the city and is not to be missed. Stay after dark and catch one of the spectacular light shows projected on the monument. Indianapolis Speedway. Even if it's not racing season, it's always a good time to visit the Indianapolis Speedway. The iconic track offers tours led by passionate staff, and visitors on the tour are able to see all kinds of behind-the-scenes areas, all while learning about the Speedway. There's even the Basement Tour, which used to have a legendary and elite status. Now it's available to the public, although its collection of cars, motorcycles, and one-of-a-kind memorabilia are so popular, you'll want to make reservations. If you'd rather take a look around the exhibitions, the Speedway Museum houses an abundance of racing history. Considering the Indy 500 has been going for more than 100 years, there's plenty on display. This includes hundreds of winning cars, detailing the evolution of automobile racing, trophies in the winner's likeness, and an art gallery with paintings and works that evoke the spirit of racing. Indianapolis City Market. If you feel like browsing through the eats and crafts of Indianapolis, the City Market is a must. This spacious and historic two-story building has a huge variety of food stalls, pop-ups, and vendors, and it's a great way to browse from an international menu for lunch. Cheesesteak subs, chicken and waffles, Mexican, beer, coffee, and many more are up for grabs here. There's also a barber to freshen up your style and a bike garage to help you explore Indianapolis's extensive cycling network. Indianapolis Cultural Trail. Indy is bike-friendly, really bike-friendly, and from the saddle of a bicycle is the best way to appreciate the Indianapolis Cultural Trail. The 8-mile trail in the heart of the city guides explorers on a journey through the founders' goals of urban beautification, sustainability, and economic growth. What this means is you get to ride along perfectly maintained bike roads with plenty of art installations and amenities to check out while en route. Tours are offered as well, which will connect riders with shops and restaurants along the way. Take your time on the cultural trail and be sure to enjoy the parks, scenery, and public artworks. And if you didn't pack a bike, don't let that stop you. There are multiple ride-sharing terminals to rent one for the trip. Indianapolis Children's Museum. For travelers with kids, the Children's Museum is an absolute must-see. Taking the top spot as the world's largest children's museum, this attraction offers hands-on exhibitions and interactive learning for kids, including the fully grown kind. Grown-ups might want to use their children as an excuse to get in. This huge museum can take more than 3 hours to get through and guides young minds in learning more about dinosaurs, astronomy, archaeology, and so much more. It spans 5 levels and includes a recently added outdoor play area featuring playful snapshots of 10 different sports to try. And don't miss the jaw-dropping fireworks of glass, a sculpture made of over 3,200 pieces of blown glass that's the same height as the building. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites from Indianapolis? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.